The man is an international star. In recent years, he has achieved special recognition for playing a man who does things his own way.
What advice do you have for getting into a lab in general?
All right, that's a good question. So I guess finding an area that you're interested in the research really helps a lot. Some people kind of look for any lab job that's available. I know on the Student Job Center there's a lot of lab postings, but you know, if you're interested in a particular area, go online and look at that faculty member's website and, you know, try looking at some of their papers. You don't necessarily need to read all of their papers, but, you know, having an idea of what they do is a good idea. And your TAs are generally doing research, and they're great people to ask. And I'm not sure if there's an undergrad research office around here. There's a zoology student advisor, and I'm sure in other departments there are student advisors as well. So those are good ways.
What does this lab do as like a overview?
So it's basically like an evolutionary genetics lab. We study in particular an organism that it's a zooplankton, a copepod, and a species Eurythemera affinis. And so it's a species of zooplankton that has invaded from saltwater into freshwater habitats, and so done a lot of work looking at the evolution of invasion events, and now getting more into metagenomics of the microbiome and that kind of stuff.
What is your role as a lab technician?
My role as a lab technician, there are lots of things, really, answering a lot of questions. So we have about 15 undergrads who work in this lab, maintaining cultures of the Eurythemera. And so there's a lot of work that is involved in that. So a lot of troubleshooting as far as maintaining the cultures. And then personally, I have a few projects that I'm working on figuring out how to store the eggs of this plankton species for long-term storage in the cold. So that's currently what I'm working on. Also, I'm working on a metagenomics project, or a microbiome project of the gut of the copepod.
What qualities do you look for in undergraduates?
So it might depend on what the undergraduate wants to do. Not everybody does the same thing in the lab. But in general, I look for people that can think independently. Like, if I ask them a question, they wouldn't give the same answer everyone else gives. So someone who thinks for themselves. That's, I think, really important. And someone who can problem solve and is analytical. And can actually think through a problem logically. I think those are really important qualities. Yeah. And then if they're going to do an independent project, someone who's innovative, creative, that's really important. And responsible.
The man is an international star. In recent years, he has achieved special recognition for playing a man who does things his own way.